Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. Well, how are you today? Okay, well, before starting this class, let's pray together. Okay, finish. Is anyone absent today? Okay, everybody attends the class, yeah? Okay, so do you still remember what we have learned last week? Okay, good, excellent. So, can you tell me what must you do to follow the class? Yeah, I mean, last week we have learned about today we will learn about obligation. So let me ask you once again, what must you do to follow the class? Okay, that's right. Thank you. Who else want asking that? Want to answer that? Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, okay. So like I told you, yeah. So today we will learn about stating obligation for prohibition and suggestion. Yeah, and before we come to the main section, let me tell you the competition that you have to achieve. Ya, jadi biarkan saya sampaikan kompetisi yang mesti dicapai. Ya, so today the indicator of our lesson is all the students must be able to identify the modal auxiliary like mass and salt to state or asking about mass, obligation, prohibition, and also suggestion. The second indicator is a student must be able to use modal auxiliary like mass and salt to state and ask about obligation and prohibition and also suggestion. Yeah, and next is the next indicator is student must be able to write and also create dialogue. Ya, jadi siswa harus bisa menyusun dialog dan membuat dialog ya. So, oke, jadi ini tujuan kita. First is siswa must be able to identify modal auxiliary mass, mason, salt, and salt nut. And next, a student must be able to give example of mass, auxiliary, and salt. Next, student must be able to use mass, salt. And next, student must be able to write the structure, the social function, and the language feature about modal, salt, and mass. And terakhir, the last student must be able to create dialogue, menyusun dialog. Jadi sebentar, siswa berdasarkan tujuan kita ini, all of you students, in the end of this class, you must be able to create a dialogue. Can you share? Can you see the what I said? What I said? Share? Can you?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so today, we will learn about state obligation, prohibition, and suggestion. And you can see in here, I have a dialogue to you. This is a dialogue example of how to state obligation and suggestion. First, you can see this is dialogue about Mia and Fanny, which is you can see in here Mia Hi, Fanny, can I borrow your dictionary now? And Fanny answered, sure, but you can see, but you must return. You can see, you must return it before my English class later. Yeah? You can see in the dialogue there is must, yeah, which is, do you know why Fanny used must in here? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Fanny used must in order to give obligation to Mia to return his book before her dictionary, before English class began. And you can see Mia answered, don't worry, I will return it before your English class is started. Mia, do you, Fanny, Mia, do you see Ryan? You can see when Fanny asked Mia, do you see Ryan? Mia answered, it should be. It should be. Do you know what does it mean, it should be? Ya, dia seharusnya ya. So in here, it means that Fanny and Mia state about what we call that one? Possibilities. Yeah? That Mia, that Ryan is in his class. Okay, now I have the second dialogue. It's still about Mia and Fanny. You can see Fanny, we should work faster in order to we don't come late to the class. Fanny answered, yeah, you're right. Miss Hamza told me that we mustn't come late in her class. Yeah. You know what does it mean? When Fanny said that you mustn't in here is a kind of prohibition. So we must not come late in the class, yeah, because if you are late, Mrs. Hamza will not allow you to join the class. So you must come early. And okay, so here we have some exercise that your job as students, you must complete these 10 sentences by using must, mustn't, and should not. Okay? Okay, good. Finish, yeah? Tutorial, I will give you a video, yeah, about the next example about setting obligation. Okay, you have seen the video, yeah? That's the video of how to state obligation, prohibition, and suggestion. Yeah, you have seen. So let's move to the. Okay, you have seen the video. So do you have a question about the video? What do you get from the video? Who are talking in the video? Okay. Any question anyway? No? Okay. If there is no question, maybe I will you can see in your LKPD, in your students worksheet. In the LKPD, you can see there are some activities you must do. And before doing the LKPD, let me divide you become several groups. So you work in groups to finish all the tasks in the students worksheet. Okay. Okay. You have finished all the tasks in education. So maybe I think our class enough today. But before closing this class, I want to give you some reflection. Anyway, what have you learned today? Okay, enough, yeah. So before ending this class, let's pray together. Okay, I think enough, yeah.
Pak Muharlis, my first question, among the objectives you stated in your lesson plan, which objective do you think quite difficult for students to achieve?
I think the most difficult for children is creating dialogue, but so that's why I try to give them I try to give them many example of dialogue. So by you can see I give them 3 dialogues and 1 video. I mean I believe when they show the video or the dialogue, it will increase or it can become example for them to make a dialogue. So
can you explain in brief what can they learn? What can they learn from the dialogue you presented to them in order to develop new dialogue at the next stage?
I mean, like this. In the video that I have given to the students, there is some example of how to state obligation, like what are they? Like the conversation between Mia and Fanny. In the conversation, Fanny said that you must return it before my English class later. So actually, if the real class and I have enough time, I will when I gave the example of you must return, we will try to analyze. We will try to analyze the social function of you must return. Why in the sentence, Fanny said that you must return. Yeah, and also there is a sentence that Fanny said, Emia said, you should be, he should be in his class. If in real class, so just like before, I will try to me and student and me will try to identify should be. Why Mia you should be in here? So after we identify the mass, the should be, and also the margin, I believe the student will know the difference or how they or how the context they can use mass, they can use shows and margin. I mean, if they in the real life there is my lesson about the context of giving this, but because I'm limited to 10 minutes, so I try to skip something which it can spend my time, sir. So I mean, in short, we will try to identify and we will try to I will give what we call that one. I mean, I will give time to students to be able to analyze it. So it will make them easier to make a dialogue. So, because the most difficult in my lesson is how to create dialogue about math and science. So that's why I give them many dialogue like that, sir.
Okay.